Well, hello. We are live and it is Thursday. So, since it's Thursday, it's Success with Scola Thursday. So, here we are, just waiting for a couple peeps to come. Share it in our group so everybody can find us because, that's what I do. Hi, Patricia. Look at you and Diane being first. How are you this evening? What's going on? Sharing something good with me, I hope. Hi, Natalie. Hi, it's a Clarissa. I like that. That's nice. Oops, wait, that's not what I wanted to do. Hold on. Holy crap. There we go. And this in a group, share in a group. If you guys can help me share this, that would be awesome. Maybe somebody share it in Onward and somebody share it in Wolver's group. That would save me so much time. Oh, my Lord. In a group. Who else? Hi, Patricia. How are you? Just posting us so we're shared. The only downfall to doing it on my page, but you know what? Everybody's really getting the grip. They're catching on and they're getting it. So it's happening. Life is good. We got everybody joining us. Tonight's going to be a good night. You're going to want to share this with your team. You're going to want to share this with anybody who doesn't like change. Let me just tell you, we are talking about change. I don't know about a lot of you. Our business has got a lot of change going on with it right now. So we are going to be talking a little bit about some change, and not just with business. I am going to talk about change in everything because I don't think many people realize how impactful this word change really is. And it's pretty impactful. So there we go. I think it's good. I think we're good with that. Awesome. And I want ice cream. And Eric promised me some when I'm done. I think it'll go well with the wine. So I'm having a glass of wine this evening with you all. So hopefully you have a little beverage that you're sharing. Put my background up. I had to. You guys, my office is a hot mess, okay? Hot mess. Like my orders have been coming, been trying some new stuff. So I got them all done today, but it's just been like, oh, it's been bad. So I go home and have to put the little thing up so that it looks much better. Gonna have to do that. So we got, hi, Rebecca. Hi, Del Dish. Is it Del? It's just such a pretty name. I probably said it all wrong, Del Dish. We're just going to go with that because it sounds fabulous. Hi, oh, hi, Kelly. Nice floor, by the way. I caught that. That's what I want. New floors. I need to find somebody to come do some remodeling in my house. Hi, April. Geraldine, aren't you at a meeting somewhere in Akron and you're joining me? I'm so excited. Hi, Mary and Lisa and Wanda. Ide's on. Hi, Julie, Barbara. Oh, Brandy's on. It's my girl Brandy and Janine. All right, we got Linda and Doreen. We got everybody on. Look at that. Thank you, Diane. Thank you for sharing and share it in your group. You're definitely going to want to. And you changed your office. Oh, no, Delis. It didn't change it. I destroyed it. It's like a hot wreck of a tornado came through. Came through and did it. So we have to cover it up. This is how I cheat. Hi, Brittany. Hi, Julie. Oh, you need to change your hair. Yes, I changed my hair. I've got the grays covered up because I can do that. I started a series, kind of like a series, on my YouTube channel. I've realized I can go live, and I was going to do it from there tonight so that I didn't have to reshare this again. But I've decided not tonight. I'll let you guys know that I'm going to try that in the future. But if I go live right on YouTube and then I can share it to all my groups, it doesn't come up as a video. It's like you have to click on it. But God, it would save me time. I'm just saying it would save me time. But so I'm doing an age appropriate type of thing because I'm going to be 49 this year. Yes, 49. And God, this hair. I'm going to be 49, which therefore puts me in this age bracket that's bothersome. Okay. So I'm in this age bracket that's bothersome, but there's so many things that I've done like in my life that I used to do, or how I was raised, or how things were in the past, and how they're so different. And I'm not in a millennial stage, and worrying about stuff like wrinkles and menopause and kids getting older and all this stuff. Okay. So I have this whole thing that I started on there, and I just go live once in a while on my YouTube, which you're going to have to catch that. So if you're not liking me on there, like my YouTube, subscribe to the channel. It's a good time. It's nothing but fun. It's not about business. It really is just how, just life stuff. Okay. Just good, fun stuff. Okay. Just feel like I had to do that. Who do we got on here? Hi, Anthony. This is my elephant baby. Oh, so you stayed home. I'm sorry, Geraldine. At least you're catching me. Oh, we got more. All right, I'll say hi to y'all afterwards. I will go through and I will catch your comments. I like to do that afterwards. I'm not 49. I'm gonna be, not yet, Brandy. I'm gonna be in June. My birthday's in June. I'll be 49. So this is my last year in in the 40s. And I remember being in the 30s. So anyways, change. Let's just get on topic. I have a winner. If you share this, you get put in the drawing for the book. Sometimes I take it off a comment. So just so that you know, it's just not always like this. Sometimes comments really hit me hard. Sometimes I spend a little time just looking at them and seeing, hey, maybe this is a comment that really warrants me sticking them in the drawing for the book. But I like to give one of my books away. As you know, I do have a book. Very proud of myself for the book. As I am going to be 50 soon, one of my goals on my bucket list was to publish my own book. I got that done at 48. So yay. Anyways, it's just a good book about success. It is how to get you maybe off your butt into wherever dimension you need to go plummeting to in life. Okay. I expect you to do the homework that's in it. Not that it's homework, but I want you to fill in the pages. I want you to be interactive with it. It's just all about my story. Although I share stories, I share how I've gotten through many things in my life that have been terrible. Okay, terrible life things, divorce, loss of jobs, stuff like that. Okay, all the stuff, losing my mother. I mean, whatever. In the book, how I still maintain my goals, how I still kept on track, where you don't lose yourself in. Want you to go over your debt. I want you out of debt. I want you to make money. There is so many things that I want you to do with your life. And believe me, back in the day, there was no me sharing. I didn't share this kind of stuff. I would never have even dreamt about writing some kind of a book. Didn't finish college, you guys. Totally normal little human being over here like y'all. Just like y'all, okay? That's what I am. But my business today does over 3 million. I have a rockin' team. Can't even tell you when I knew that made that change happened. I just know it did. I share in here. I've looked through my journals, and I can look back and say, I wish I could just pay my bills. I wish I could just make enough money with my business so that I didn't have to worry about anything with my kids. I just want to make enough money to, and you fill in the blanks. I just want to make enough money to, and you fill in the blanks. And I have so many of those. When I look back on my journals, so many pages. So that's what I want you to use the book for. It's worth every penny of it, you guys. You're sitting around in life and you're not, and you're paralyzed in life. Quit letting life paralyze you. I don't care what your family's doing. I don't care who's holding you back. You know, I don't want to say that I don't care about death, but death happens. I lost my mom. I lost my dad. Things happen. Nobody's promised to live on planet Earth for forever. I'm going to be 50. I'm looking for the next 40 years to be fabulous. Are they going to be? I hope so. Am I going to be here for them? I also hope so. We're not promised these things, you guys. Are you letting this stuff are you then going out and shopping and spending money like you shouldn't because you're like, oh, I'm just going to live for, I want you to stop it. And I want you to get the book, if you haven't already gotten the book. And if you've gotten the book, I want you to sit down and go through it again and fill out the pages, because that's the important part. When I decided to do this, I wanted to make a difference in people's lives to help them to become successful. Okay? So you can message me if you don't already have the book. Get it on Amazon. It's on Amazon, Success with Scola. But I give one away every Thursday. So with that whole introduction, which was so lengthy, I know, it was like over the top, wasn't it? I have Janetta Moon. Janetta Moon won the book, so I will let you know in a message when I'm done. Congratulations, Janetta. My book comes with the book marker, and it comes with a bracelet, which only knows where my bracelet went, but it comes with the bracelet. I don't know where it is, but it's here somewhere. It comes with a bracelet. Features my children on the back, which are my pride and joy. So, very excited that she won. And again, we'll do it again. So I just want you to know, play part if you haven't already gone. And if you got it and you end up winning it, you guys, give it away to a team member or a family member or something, or somebody else who needs it. I don't know, whomever. But oh, hi, Janine's on. Oh, I love when my team shows up and Michaela's on. That's so exciting. So let me put this sticky note with the book so I don't forget. So that's in the meantime, I want to talk about change. I want to talk about what happens when we have change. Let's talk about different kinds of changes. It let me do a poll. I don't know if the poll showed up or not. I'm learning new things all the time, but it says create a poll for your live. I don't know if it's on here or not. I don't see it. I don't know if it's somewhere in my page, but anyways, it was about change. So if you see it, answer the poll. Anyways, change is going to happen every day, you guys. Change is going to happen in your life. Change is going to happen in your business. Change is going to happen in your job. Things that are going to change in your life that are uncomfortable. The first biggest one in my life that was change, that was uncomfortable, was the fact that I ended up divorced. Big change. My husband had an affair. Huge change. Didn't see it coming. Lots of years with the man. 3 children, youngest being 1. Big change. Big no-no in my life. Big ending. Okay? Was I prepared for it? Was I ready? Was I ready to live on my own? No. And I went through a lot of emotions with that change. A lot of emotions. Was I going to just stick it out and pay my bills and make it best for my kids? Was I going to just whatever, make it happen? Or was I just going to be done and move on and figure out how I was going to live life for the rest of my life on my own with my kids? And that's the path I decided to go on because that's a deal breaker to me and I can't handle that. So I couldn't do it. And so I had to figure out how to make things big change. Okay. Not expecting change. Wasn't a nice change. Didn't make me feel good at all. I was broker than broke. I had electric getting shut off on me. I didn't have a car payment. Thank you, Lord. They would have come and gotten the car. But the changes that I had to make in my life through that were very, they helped me grow. I grew a lot through that, a lot emotionally, a lot just financially, learned positions I will never allow myself to be in again. If you are in a relationship that is abusive, if you are in a relationship that makes you cry all the time, you're unhappy, you don't trust them, they cheat on you, you are worthy, men, women, or whatever, of something better than that. And you need to find change and support in that and move forward and be happy. So I'm just going to leave it there. I did it and I made it and I actually thrived from it. And many do. I have team members that have. It happens. You might have a job and you go in tomorrow and that job decides it doesn't want you anymore. I closed down 3 or 4 different places that I worked before I was even 25 years old. Places that I started working thinking, well, this could be a kind of a neat job. I might have a future here. And then boom, they close the doors. You show up, they're like, oh, we're not going to do this anymore. Now, it didn't affect me a whole lot at the time because I was young, just traveling from job to job, still figuring out what I want to do with my life. But there was people that I worked with that were close to retirement. There was people that I worked with that I thought, wow, they have families and children. I wasn't even married or anything yet at the time. And I thought, that's going to be huge for them, right? And I remember thinking that it was probably huge for them. It wasn't huge for me, but Lord have mercy, what are these people going to do? A lot of times there was severance pays and things that went into place, but honestly, it was a big change. That was change in their life, and that was a change that I had to figure out. Start feeling a little bit like, oh, I'm telling you what, maybe it's just me. I'm starting to feel a little bit like maybe I'm the one, right? But that's not it. But it does make you feel that way a little bit. Also made me learn early on that you can't always depend on that job. That job might not be there tomorrow. Another big change, and I have starting to see this change, is children growing older. Here's a change for you. Change we have to deal with all the time. Our children are going to grow up. And as they grow up, we need to grow up as well. We need to grow up and accept them at the age that they're at. We need to give them responsibility. We need to start treating them a little bit older, maybe not as an adult yet, because they're not adults yet, but when they become adults, and you need to do that. Then when they do become adults, you need to let them be an adult. And you still need to love them and let them be an adult. You need to let people experience their own changes, including your children. If people don't exchange, if they don't experience change in their lives, what growth will they have? And with change, we have pain. Pain. Every single thing in my life that changed caused me pain. Okay? Some kind of pain. Some changes were good, kind of good pain. There's a few of them. Getting married might have been a big change, and that was a happy day. Still scary, right? Still a little bit, still have mixed emotions on the fear level, which can still be a little bit like, cause you to be sad or whatever, right? So that's still change causes an emotion, you guys. It's an emotion. It's an emotion that we have in life, and we have all kinds of emotions in life. I cannot be more clear as to tell you that every emotion in your life is going to cause, that is caused to you, is from change. Great, for instance, you get up in the morning and there's a foot of snow on the ground and your whole day just changed. You are going to be served with an emotion because your day just changed. Whether it be that your kids don't have school and now you got to figure out a ride, or something's going to happen, or you can't get your car started, or you're stuck in the driveway, there's a change. Your whole morning changed. There's an emotion, and it needs to be dealt with appropriately. And it's like that. Every single thing you do has a change. Okay? Everything. And it's all attached to an emotion. Sorry. I'm thirsty. I was just looking really good for a minute. So, change. Now, what do I see? And this is why we're talking about this tonight, because what has happened in my life here recently is our company that I'm with has made some changes. So, with these little bit of changes that it's made, it has caused an upheaval of emotion all over the place. And again, I'm telling you, I've had a lot of change that's been served to me in my lifetime. I had changed the morning that I woke up and found out that my mother was no longer with me. Big change day there. Big life happening, large emotions, okay? Did I let it bury me? Did I wallow in complete grief? Did I make it ruin my business? Did it create depression for my children and so much doom in my life that, I couldn't move on? No, it was freaking awful. Still awful to this day. Nobody brings your mom back. Your mom's still here. Whether you talk to her or not, you give her a call, you tell her, thanks, mom, or I love you, mom. And I don't care. I don't care what kind of mom she was. Unless, of course, you don't talk to your mom and you don't have a mom. Your adopted mom, your foster mom, whatever mom, your grandma, who is your mom. Whoever it is that's your mom is your mom. You don't get that back ever. When it's gone, it's gone. Okay? It was big for me. But it didn't ruin my business. It didn't set my kids back. I had to deal with it as an adult. My mother wouldn't have wanted me grieving for forever over her. She would have wanted me to thrive and be successful. And that's what I concentrated on. Was it hard? Did I cry? Did I wake up in nightmare sweats? Yes, all of that, all of that. My father left me when I was 15. 15, you guys. Left my mother and I. Didn't see that coming. Change, right? Huge emotion. Had a nervous breakdown almost over it. Took doors off the hinges in my mom's house over it because I was so upset. That was a big change. Huge emotions that went on with that change. But again, I had to figure out a way at 15 years old. My mother had to help me get through that. And that was change, right? Right. I've lost pets. Big change. Nobody likes that. That's terrible. Worst thing ever. Hated that. Still do. Still do. I'm just saying. Still hate it. Part of life, though. It's a proven statistic that we will outlive our pets like 3 times. Okay, because of their life expectancy being so much shorter than ours. If you want the pet to last a long time, you need a bird or a turtle. Okay, those are probably going to live longer than us. usually, okay? But, you know, you have to do the research. Still, it's a change. And the only reason why it's a big change is because it's attached to huge emotion. My kids, so my parents out there, a whole nother reason why I'm doing this whole series on my YouTube video about just life in my age. Yes, there's a lot of change when it comes to your children. Your children are going to make decisions that you are not always going to like. As they get older, they're going to do things that are not good for them. They're going to have stuff happen. One of the things that I have learned in parenting is that I have had to really step back and allow my children to know that I love them and I am their mom and I'm always going to love them and I'm always going to be their mom. But the decisions that they make, not that it's going to hurt me, but it's going to hurt them. And I have made it very clear since they started high school, and 2 of them are done with that. I want to listen to what your decisions are going to be, and I'm going to give you an opinion because I'm going to have one. But ultimately, what you decide is going to be your own. And just know that I'm going to love you regardless. And you're not disappointing me ever because I love you and you're my kids. But don't disappoint yourself. Learn from your mistakes, grow from them. Don't do things that are going to cause you more upheaval. And that's where I leave it at. I have lived through addiction. So yes, my short lifespan of only 48, almost 49 years old, I have had a lot going on, okay? My ex-husband was an addict. I lived with that. I knew he was when I married him. I met him in high school. He had been through 2 rehabs before we had even gotten married. We lived one day at a time. I still live one day at a time. He was in a 12-step program, and so was I. A lot of growth from that program. I share that a lot. I highly recommend anybody get themselves into any kind of 12-step program. I think they're very helpful. 25 or so years that I had actively in that program. It didn't save my marriage. Kept me married a long time. Didn't save it because it saved me. That's the part of finding help for yourself. So when you have things going on in your life and you need help, whether it be abusive, alcoholism, whatever it is, drugs, alcohol, sex, I don't care. There's addictions, eating, food. I mean, let's go through them. There's tons of them. When you get help for those aren't always because you want to stay married to the people or because you're looking for, those programs are to help you grow and find out where you need to be. And that's what me do. I found the strength through having to go through a divorce for a totally different reason than what I ever thought I would have gotten divorced for. But it was able to be on that plateau with myself to know what was acceptable, where I was going to be, and I would be okay. So I can handle the changes that came through. The serenity prayer, you guys. Something that I feel like if you could grasp the serenity prayer and you can just listen to the words, God grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference between whether you can change it or not. Things you can change. You can change your clothes. You can change your hair color. You can change the type of wine you like. You can change the coffee you drink. You can change your diet. You can change your exercise plan. You can change yourself if you want to lose weight. You can change, what else can you change? Oh, you could buy a different car. So you could change your car if you have good credit, which sometimes that's not even an option right away. So that might not be something. Write down the things you know you can change. That's what you can change. You cannot change what your company does. You cannot change what your job decides. You cannot change what your kids want to do. You cannot change what your husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, significant other, or whatever else wants to do or do every single day of their life. You can't change that at all. You can't change your kids. You can't change your pets. You can't change somebody living longer. You can't change anything else except yourself. So with that being said, when change comes down the pike, y'all, I want you to think about what you're going to do to make it different for yourself. Are you going to be okay with it? Are you going to figure out how to embrace it and move forward? Or are you just going to sit back and be the complaining, whining, pain in the ass that nobody wants to be around listening to all day long? I realize things are rough and tough. I've had rough and tough, but you know what? You got to get up and you got to say to yourself, I am going to be the positive force in my life that's going to help me find success in everything I do. It's going to help me find success in my business. It's going to help me find success in my relationship. It's going to help me be successful to show my children how to be successful. And that's what I'm going to do. That's what I want for everybody. And it is hard, hard as hell. I'm just going to be honest. It's hard. Okay? It's tough to be positive all the time. It's tough to be positive for yourself. So now imagine when you're struggling to be positive and you're struggling to find something good. Where's the first thing you want to go because you're trying to have a good day? Your phone. You go on Facebook. Oh my God, that's the worst decision you could possibly have made. Are you freaking kidding me? Have you seen what people put on Facebook? There ain't nobody real positive on there. Once in a while, you're going to find yourself with somebody positive. Most of the time, you're going to find out exactly what you're looking for. Somebody to co-sign your crap, right? That's what you're looking for. Somebody to co-sign the crap so that you can stay wallowing in your unhappy change. Don't do that. Don't. Just stop the madness, and let's figure out the positive. So I'm not going to go through everything that our company is doing that's changed tonight and all the things that are better about it. Not doing that. Don't feel like it. But I am going to tell you that in all my years in business and in life, no matter how much the change I didn't like, I got growth from it and I became more successful. So I'm here to tell you that we are going to be a whole lot of successful. A whole lot of successful. You got to take sometimes things that are being handed to you and you need to really take a look at them and you need to figure out how you're going to make that positive spin on what you're doing in your life every day. How is it going to affect you? What can I do with this to make me more money? And how can I make this a positive spin for my leaders? Are you listening to inspirational stuff? I listen to inspirational stuff all the time. Geez, I don't make half this stuff up myself, y'all. I'm listening to it before I talk to you or in the morning. I start my day off on an inspirational note. I listen to Zig Ziglar. I listen to, the names escape me. What's the other one I have every day? I hear them every day. It'll come to me. Just give me a minute. I can't think of it right now. It's absolutely terrible. But there's a lot of them, and I listen to them, and it's nice because they really reinforce the stuff you already know, but you just needed to hear it again. That's all. You just needed to hear it again. That's all. You already knew it. You just needed to hear it again. Get those negative Nellies out. It don't matter. There is nothing in life that can't be reversed. And then my theory is I see people with far less doing a whole lot more. And that's something that carries my heart full every day. I see people that have gone through more pain than I've gone through, and they still thrive. I've seen people with disabilities that I would think, wow, God, I'm so grateful for what I have, and they're still thriving. I see people that, they're out there. Some people choose to have stuff that, maybe some people choose to be homeless, but there's others that don't. There are things out there much greater than us. Oh my God, if I got to hear once again about how life is so bad. I mean, our government can't even get along. Are you freaking kidding me already? I mean, seriously, let's all just step back for a second and get along. It's so stupid and ridiculous. And you know what? We're just but one person. But we're one person in a puddle of puddles, okay? So if everybody started being more positive, if everybody did one extra little thing a day, if you just shared something nice, and I always go to this is my go-to, you guys. You've listened to me long enough to know I am the one that wants, to buy the coffee for the person behind me, to smile a little bit more at the lady who's working. I did the poll about shopping online. I love to shop online, you guys. I could do that all day long. It's dangerous, and I could do it all day long. I love it. I love Amazon. I love doing my grocery shopping online. I like to go to Walmart online. I like to to do all this stuff online. I like the ads that come up. I could get lost in them for days. Not that I'm buying all the stuff, but I love to look at it and see the prices, and it's just fun. To me, it's fun. And I did this whole poll because I was just curious. A lot of what we're going to be doing in our business is online, but all of them are doing it. We're not the only one. Everybody's doing it, okay? We just got to change a little bit, right? So I did the poll, and I was laughing when I was reading them. And you know what? Honestly, there's a reason why I like to shop my grocery shopping online. And I'm going to tell you why. When you go to the grocery store, do you see how many people it takes to fill that order for you? Real people. We don't have robots yet. They didn't get there. They're still doing it with people. So real people, two girls usually, because my order is usually pretty big, have to pick my order. So there's at least two of them that have to do that. Somebody has to gather it together, and it goes on their thing, and somebody's in charge of them. And then somebody's going to bring it out to my car when I get there. So I'm employing a couple people with that. Have you seen how many registers they take out of the stores anymore? Like, they don't want us to have registers anymore. They want us to do it ourselves. I realize there's one person manning those 6 stations, but those are 6 jobs. I want to help the new people. Bring in the change, right? Bring in the change, embracing it. So it works. Same with other stuff. I don't ATM at the bank. I never do. I usually go through the drive-through, or I may do it online, but if I have to, I like to deal with people. I try to keep people employed, but it's all online, y'all. Sometimes, sometimes it's up to us to help other people see how the world is changing. We've come so far in technology. I always giggle, and the person I love to share the most about it is my mom. My mom liked her computer. And so before I lost her, and it's been a while, okay, because I lost her in 2010. So she'd sit on her computer and she'd play puzzles. Now, we all know Facebook was just kind of starting then. Facebook was not big yet. It was kind of new still. So she really wasn't really on Facebook yet. And thank you, God. I thank God every day, because holy hell, I'm telling you right now, she would be the first one putting up those pictures of all of her wounds. She could have surgery. She'd be taking a picture. Put that up there, Lisa. I want everybody. I'm like, oh, nobody wants to see that. I don't want to see that. She'd also be the one that would put on my wall something embarrassing about that she'd want to put it, thinking that only I could see it. She'd put it out for the whole world. So thank you, God, that it wasn't. But she was just tapping into technology, and she would play puzzles. She liked to play the puzzles on there. And then she loved getting her email, and she was starting to correspond with some of her family members she hadn't talked to in a long time that had emails. And so she liked to do that. She got all the jokes. She was a joke forwarder. So your emails were spammed out by those jokes. She would so be the spammer in your messenger. I'm just saying. That would be my mom. She would be sending them all. Copy it. Hold your finger down on here and send it to all the that would be her for sure. So look where we've come, because that really wasn't going on so much then. And look where we are now. My kids laugh at me because I saved those phones from way back when, the first flip phone things that we had. I had a bag phone. I'm going way back. I had one of those too. But I have those, and I often like to show them how far we've come with, just technology. So it's all coming full circle, guys. It really just is. And it is hard. It's difficult for us to want to go, but this is what feels comfortable. I like this pair of shoes I'm wearing, and I don't want to get rid of them. Your favorite pair of jeans. What is worse? It brings tears to my eyes when those jeans rip. I'm just saying, oh my God, they fit so nice. And when you got to get rid of those jeans, and then you got to get a new pair of jeans, and you got to break them in. Oh my God, it's terrible. It's the same thing. And what I can tell you, you guys, is the one thing that we are going to have that is going to be consistent, that we are always going to have, is going to be change. It is going to be an everyday thing. Every single day, something's going to change in your life. And the more you're able to love whom you are and be able to say, I'm going to embrace this change and make an impact and a difference in a positive way, no matter what the change is. Terrible. Most of them are terrible. I'm just being honest. Most changes are terrible. Some good changes, but most of them aren't good. But I'm going to be good about it. I'm going to have I'm going to put a spin on it. So Here's my advice, and this is what I do. You need to reflect. Spend time reflecting on things. Give it a moment to think about. I do it with my kids. I don't always react when they tell me something. I usually listen. Listen, not hear. Hearing is when, Mom, I was in something really, this just happened, and they start, and you're already telling them what you need to get lesson they need to be learning from this, and you're ready, right? You didn't even listen to anything they had to say yet. I want you to stop the mouth and listen to the whole story, every excuse, every bit of whatever's going on with them. I want you to listen to all of it. And then when they're done, I just want you to breathe a little bit and look at them. This is a good time, if it's bad news, to remember the cute stuff about them when they was little. Why you love them so much. Then reflect on the growth where you are today. You might not have you don't have to have an answer for them right now. You can ponder on it a few days. See how you feel. I'm here to tell you the words to start leaving your lips and start splishing and splashing all over freaking social media as soon as you find out something that is uncomfortable and changeful to you is terrible, you guys. People see it, they read it, and I'm the first one to tell you I screenshot that shit all day. So I'm saving it. So if you have any impact on my life and I see something you're posting, I'm saving it. I'm just saying, I'm saving it because there's going to come a day I'm going to need it for you. I'm going to bring it back, bringing it back. Don't put it out there yet. Think about it for a little while. Do some reading on it. Talk to some people outside of the circle. Go see what other people think about it. Go do some research first. Find out, how can I put a positive spin? How is this going to impact me and how can I make it positive? I do that with everything that happens in my life, everything. Because there's always two ways. You got choices you're going to make. Our whole life is based on the choices we make. It has nothing to do with anybody else. Just you. You're going to make that choice. Make that choice a good one. Make it a choice you want to live with. Make it a choice that you can look back on and be good with. So if you happen to make a really bad decision and you go blah blurbing all over the place about something and blah, 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 because you got diarrhea of the mouth and you just couldn't help yourself, and I'm Italian, it happens sometimes. I get it. It can happen. So if it happens, it's not the end of the world, and you can still make it better. But learn from it and move forward. And again, take something positive from it, learn from it, and move forward. And then share it with people. We're not always wiseful, and we're not always, we don't always know everything. I love Julie. I just have to search Snoops and see if it's true. I just laugh. That's so true. How many times people put stuff on the internet and you go, oh my God, did that really happen? You got to go snoop and see, right? Oh, Sarah. I just love Sarah. She's on. You spend time with Pogo with Mama. I love that. Just reading some of the comments. I'll be able to read all of them much better later, you guys. I got a lot of them on here, so probably not going to get it. Yep, got to praise it. You guys, and you know what else is wonderful about life? The differences. Let me just tell you, what would our world be like if we was all the same? Could you imagine? Same hair color, same eye color, same opinion, same clothing, the same. We are the same. Oh, we'd be somewhere. We're all going to order the same coffee. Why have 2 or 3 different coffee shops? You're all going to order the same shit. Just go there. Everybody get the same stuff, right? There'll only be need for one. You wouldn't even need a lot of workers. So you just all go there and stand in line and get your own one plain whatever it is that we're going to drink, right? So then we just all stand there, and then we would all have the same answer. We wouldn't even have to ask how each other is because we'd already know because we were the same, right? There would be no differences. Differences will make the world go around. The fact that we're all so different religions, different thought processes, different political views, which, God, there's some entertainment right there. Go look that up. Different, our kids are different, the sexualities in life are different. Everything's different. There's so much difference. I had a great time last night. If you all caught us at the mall, Eric and he is all about having fun. If anybody has ever spent any time with Eric, he's about fun. He likes to have a good time. And I do like to have a good time. I like to consider myself a little bit mature when I met him, a little bit he really, part of a lot of what have attracted to him was the fact that he was fun. He was just shot from the hip. He just did things that were like, you didn't never knew what was going to come out of his mouth. Now, I've been with him for 12 years, so I pretty much know what's going to come out of his mouth. So I'm ready. But I like to have fun too. So I do enjoy myself. I learned a lot from that. You know, it helped me to loosen up and just have a good time. Whereas normally would have a good time, but I really can now. So we got on those little characters last night at the mall because we had to waste some time before the movie. So it was my boys' date night because it was Johnny's night. Johnny wanted to see Dragon Ball. So the story gets better. So don't go anywhere because it gets better than the riding the thing. So wait till you hear what happens. So we go to dinner first. So then I put him in the massage chairs. They massage. So if you follow me on Facebook, you watch the story. It was a good time. So they did that. But then we get into little writing things. And I went live and we were having so much fun. We only did it for like 10 minutes. But, you know, there's some other stuff we want to do that's fun at the mall. It's just not all about the kids. I don't have to have kids do this stuff. I'm just saying. I used to do this shit when my kids were little. Like, I was the mom that used to go up in the McDonald's playhouse and play with them. I was that mom. I would go in there too. I didn't care. I don't care if it said you had to be this high. My kids were in there. I went in. I'm just saying. So we did that. And then when we were done, and the girl, she was so funny, and there wasn't a lot of people at the mall, so we really had a good time. So we left and couldn't wait for this Dragon Ball movie for my son, John, like a week ago. It's been a few days. So, you know, he says, Mom, you got to get him early because, you know, it's going to sell out. I'm like, really? It's a Dragon Ball Z movie, cartoon, anime. I can't even imagine it. Okay, we'll get him ahead of time. So I did. I get him ahead of time. So we get to the theater, and it's not taking my coat. It's all paid for. I'm putting it in confirmation of something. I'm like, oh, no, it's airing out. I know what the problem is. So I go up to the desk. I bought tickets for the theater in North Canton, which is about an hour from here. And I'm like, oh, that's not good. So I went to the right theater, but I don't even know how we did it. I'm like, oh no, and I'm so disappointed. So immediately, you guys, change. I'm like, I bought these tickets a week ago. This was the whole reason we went out. All these emotions I'm being flooded with them. All these things are going through my head. I'm like, oh my God, this kid's been wanting to see this movie. He wanted to see it opening night. We got the movie tickets ahead of time. We're all prepared. Here we are, and we can't. So of course, I quickly think through it, the mind, you know, get through it, and I think through it real quick, and then I realize I'm like, okay, they refunded. They're like, they refund me. I'm like, well, that's awesome. So I looked real quick as we're leaving. It's 7:15. It's supposed to be a 7 o'clock show. I knew it was supposed to be around the same time, even in Canton. So there was a theater around the corner that was playing it. I'm like, oh, maybe we can go there. So we hurry up, we jump in the truck, go running over there. It takes us not even 10 minutes. We're there. It's almost 7. It's not even 7 yet. The lobby is packed. I'm like, oh my God, it's a Dragon Ball Z anime. I can't even imagine all these grown-ass adults are here to see this movie. There's very few kids. I'm like, mind-blowing, right? So I'm like, God, I'm standing in line to buy tickets. I can't tell if these people are like buying their tickets, if they got them ahead of time, if there's room in the theater, if it's sold out. I have no idea. I calmly stand in line like I know exactly what I got going on, and I take my phone out because, you know, it's the day of technology, and I go to the theater, and I bought my tickets standing there in line. So when I got up to the kiosk, I just had to print the confirmation. It gave me the tickets. I'm like, we're in. I got tickets. We're in, right? So we get our tickets. So we get in the theater, and there's no seats. So it just keeps getting better. And there's a seat there and a seat that's packed. I mean, like sporadic. There's 3 of us. Nobody can sit together. I'm about ready to tell Johnny, just go find yourself a seat. Eric and I are going in the lobby. I don't even care that I bought us tickets. We'll just go see. Don't even matter to me. You're going to see the movie. But as we're walking out, this other couple and people that had tickets were like, they're going in, and we happen to hear them say it was Dragon Ball Z. I'm like, oh my gosh, they have a whole nother theater for it. So wouldn't you know, they opened up a whole nother theater. We get into the theater. There's only like 10 people in there. And we're like, really? Are we sure this is, because the other one was packed. So they had sold enough tickets that they opened up the theater that didn't have sold out. They were moving the things around. And here we are. We got to see the movie. Prime seating together in the middle, right where we like to sit. Everything worked out good. But it wasn't even being a great night. But look at all the changes I had to go through. Look at the emotions, this roller coaster we went on all night last night trying to get in to see this movie. And at any given time, I could have just given up and been like, Sorry, Johnny, it's not here. We could have just left and been like, we'll go home and be disappointed. But instead, what did we do? We stayed. I looked up on the phone. I did plan B. So if I never learned anything else in life, I have learned that you should always have a plan A, plan B, and a plan C if you can switch one out. No matter what it is you're doing, always try to have a triangle that you're going on, another plan that you want to follow, something different, an escape route, whatever, because it just makes life go so much smoother. I'm telling you, it made last night so much better. And I didn't even have a plan B. I don't think I messed up at all. I had those tickets bought in for like a week. I never even looked at the email. Oh my God, it's just too funny. So all went well. We got to see the movie. Johnny was happy. Everything was good. So life was all right. But that's how my night ended up going yesterday. And you know what, you guys? That's how life is all the time. Life is always full of changes. So you know what? If nothing else, one of the things that I have to say that I hear a lot is, Lisa, why do you always sound so happy? Why are you always smiling? I call people, they're like, you're always so cheery. I choose to be cheery, you guys. I really do. I could be a real not cheery person. I really can. I'm not often, even my kids will tell you, yells, mom's so happy. You know, when you got to worry is when mom's quiet. I'm like, you do. When I'm quiet, I'm contemplating, and it takes a lot for me to explode into anger of any kind. And it can happen. It just doesn't happen often. And the reason why it doesn't happen often is because I choose not to. I choose to get up in the morning. I choose to enjoy my first cup of coffee. I enjoy life. I got the most out of everything I can because we only get one, and quickly approaching as you get older, things start to change in your life and you're getting older and you start looking back and I start thinking to myself, wow, I've lived more life now than I may have left to live. And that's a big eye opener to me. So I really want to make sure, unless I know I'm hitting 100, unless I'm hitting 100, I've already lived more life than I may have left. And I want to get the most out of it positively and good. I want to enjoy it. Everybody has that opportunity, you guys. It don't matter what you're doing in life. It don't matter how much money you make. It doesn't matter about anything. As long as you can smile, as long as you can love your loved ones still, or whatever it is that you want to do, then that means you got a lot. So it doesn't really even matter what the changes are. You got a lot. And together, we get through it. We just do. Eric and I decided we're gonna quit smoking this month. Yeah, I know I was a smoker. Anybody who knows me knows they always caught me in the smoking section. I like smokers. Well, that's been a big change, different habit stuff you got to replace it with, but possible. Always knew it was, just wanted to, just needed to want to. So it's no different than anything else. Anything that you want in your life that you want to change, anything that you want to be different, anything that you want to be more positive, anything that you want to be different is a change that you know you can embrace, that you know you can make. And I just hope you guys continue to follow. I'm going to continue to just hand it out there to you. Share my trials and tribulations as I go through them. Fun stuff, sometimes not so fun stuff. Things that just whatever. I'm going to share a lot of life stuff on my YouTube. I'm doing them live. So that's going to be another fun one. You could watch for those or watch the replays later. It'll be a good time. I got some menopause stuff coming up I'm going to be sharing with you all because I got some friends and us and all. Oh, yeah, good stuff. So it'd be fun if you all join me when I'm doing them because I can read the comments and we don't get a whole lot. So I can actually keep up with them, which makes it funnier. But I just want you guys to, I want you to write down in your life what your changes are. I want you to remember how you got through them. I want you to look at the positiveness that comes out of them and maybe sometimes look at how it could have been different. Look at how you can handle things different or how things could change or whatever it is. Just look at that. So then moving forward, you can get more positive out of it. Because one thing that I am going to promise you, as I always have, that we have that is going to be consistent is change. That's what's going to be consistent. So you can go with it or you could not go with it. And I'm going to tell you, it's a whole lot easier to go with it. It's a lot easier to go with it not kicking and screaming too. I'm just saying, that's one of those things. So, so I can't wait to see you in 2 weeks. And we will continue some more journeys. I don't know what we're going to be talking about, but congratulations, Janetta. I'm excited to see who gets my next book when I make the drawing. I'm doing it off shares. And I'm going to read all the comments, so you never know. You never know what I'm going to do. I sometimes just like to break the rules because I could be a rule breaker. I'm just saying. So you guys have a fabulous night. Enjoy your weekend. We're going to have snow. Not looking forward to it, but I will embrace the change. So just have a good one. Don't let anybody rule your thunder. Have a good one, okay? I love you all, and nobody told you lately, you are fabulous. You are absolutely fabulous, and I look forward to talking to y'all again. Good night.